everyone, this is Himanshu from Enlist and welcome to another one of our video tutorials. Today we'll be discussing how you can run a KDB instance natively on Google Cloud. So this is different from, let's say, spinning up an instance on GCP and then installing KDB over there and then running it. Here we're gonna natively start up an instance with KDB already installed on it. Now, this is very different from what has been available before to developers, to companies when it comes to using KDB. Here, this is the first time that it's directly available on the cloud, and I'm looking forward to companies and new startups starting to use KDB directly on the cloud. So recently, I wrote a blog post on enlist, of course, about the same topic, which gained a lot of popularity. So that's the reason why I am doing this video tutorial. I figured this can be helpful to others. And the reason for that blog post was another blog post from Google Cloud. So if you go here, this is the post that I wrote on enlist, and then if you go and click on this link over here, it'll take you to this post that was written on October 29th. This post, in a nutshell, just discusses that it concluded that yes, you can run KDB on the cloud without really degrading its performance. So I'm sure a lot of hardcore KDB developers with a lot of experience, when this idea came to mind where, hey, should we run KDB on the cloud, many would have thought, hey, would it perform just as well as it does locally on these really powerful servers in our data centers? So according to this post and according to the stack benchmark, yes, it would. I'm not going to go into the details much. You can read the post yourself. The link is provided on my blog post, and it will also be provided on the description of this video. You might have also seen the original post on KDB's blog, so you can follow along there as well. You'll find the links there as well. So alright, so let's get started. Let's spin up an instance of GCP with KDB on it. So you need to first go to the GCP marketplace and search for KDB. Here's the link that will directly take you there, but you can go from you can do that yourself as well. So here you go. Here's a basic page, and it will give you some brief information about what KDB is, what KX is, how the pricing structure works, what version of KDB is available. So this is 3.6. When was it last updated? Here's the fee structure. So be careful, because at the top it says that you have a 30-day trial, but that's really for the original KDB license. Any computation cost should be extra, and that GCP would charge you that. So be careful about that. Don't think that it's just available to you for 30 days to do whatever. All right, here you have some documentation on KDB and Q. You have a link to Q for Mortals as well. All right, so let's get started. Click here, launch on compute engine. It'll ask you to select an existing project that you might have or create a new one. So we'll just do a new one. So we'll call it enlist KDB on GCP. Oops, sorry. You can't have underscore, so we'll do this. Okay. Yeah. So then create, and you'll have this little bubble on the side. We will let it initialize. It should take less than a minute, maybe 30 seconds or so. In the meantime, you can read the really be careful. I can't emphasize this enough. Really be careful about the fee structure. All right, so it's ready. We have a new project. Okay, so launch it again, and now our project appears here. So we'll click there. All right. Again, this is going to take a few more seconds to initialize. In the meantime, you can follow all these instructions on my blog post as well. So we are at this stage where we have just created our project and we're now initializing it. So we're somewhere here. Okay. I personally haven't used GCP much, but I've heard a lot of good stuff about it. If you have used it in the past, feel free to let me, leave a comment and let me know how it is. I'm looking to keep familiar myself with GCP more in the next few weeks or months. I definitely think it's the performer is quite up there, compared to AWS. So looking forward to trying it out. All right, so it's done now. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go back to our main page and launch it again. I don't know why I need to do this, but I've tried other ways and this is the easiest way. So just go back and launch it again and select the project again. And there you go. You come to this page where you have a deployment name and which zone you want to start your instance in. I'm going to leave that as default. Here you can choose your machine type, how powerful you want it to be, depending on what kind of work you're looking to do on these on this instance. I'm going to pick the basic one. Here's you have option for different type of storage, how much storage you want. Again, I'm going to leave it as it is. Again, here you can see more information about the cost. So read that. And here you have some advanced option as well. We don't need to worry about it right now. Let's just deploy. All right, so now we're on this page called Deployment Manager. This is where you can track all your different deployments. Because we haven't deployed anything yet, we don't have anything, and we can see only the one that is being deployed right now. So no old deployment instances, only the one that we just initiated. You'll see some information here pop up. All these fields will be populated as soon as the instance is live. Again, the same links that we saw before about KDB and Q. So if you need a refresher, you need to go read the book again. The documentation is here. Okay, this should take a few seconds. All right, so the instance has been deployed and you can now see that these fields have been populated. To get access to our instance, we can quickly just click here or drop down here and just say open in browser window. This opens up a new window. It will take 5 to 10 seconds to connect to the VM. All right, so we are almost there. There we go. Okay, so as you can see, we have an Ubuntu instance, all right? And if we do Q, just like on your local instance, you would start Q. Just type Q, and there you go. So now we have KDB Plus installed here, 3.6 version on this instance. We'll do hello world 2+2. Right. All right, so we know it works. Great. Perfect. So guys, here you go. It was very easy to start up a KDB instance on GCP. This is something that hasn't been possible before, so it's quite a game changer. And I think we'll be seeing a lot of this in the future with a lot of startups using this instead of running KDB locally. Just one last thing, just close this window, and once you're done, remember to delete your deployment instance. If you don't do that, you might incur a lot of costs. So delete, yes, and you'll see that it's now it takes a few seconds to delete it as well. So it's almost done, and that's it. So there you go, guys. Hope you liked the tutorial. Let me know if you have any feedback, any comments. This is Himanshu from Enlist Q, and if you have any feedback, please send it to himanshu@enlistq.com or just leave a comment.